What's up guys, it's Lord Both here with another video, and it was rumored to begin with, but now it is 100% confirmed. Pappa Essiedu is going to be playing Severus Snape in the Harry Potter series. Now if you haven't paid any attention at all, you might say, Pappa Essiedu. That seems like a very non-traditional name for a very pale, gaunt, hook-nosed white British man to have? Well, you would be fairly correct on that, because Pappa Essiedu is pretty much almost none of those things. Because despite the fact that it's only had one adaptation, apparently they're trying to go with the whole modernist Shakespearean telling of Harry Potter by hiring actors that look nothing like their characters. Because Snape, again, is described as having sallow skin and a hooked nose and long greasy hair. And as you can clearly tell, Pappa Essiedu doesn't really fit any of those. And despite the fact that everybody says that he is a really good actor, there are a ton of people saying, this is a complete miss. And as you can probably guess, the internet has divided into two camps already. Those who are saying, hey, this actually doesn't fit the character at all and doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and kind of seems like you're doing it just to be controversial or for DEI reasons. And the other side that's screaming, that's racist! I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Why is your immediate attempt to make this series an attempt to just piss off everybody and try to be as controversial and edgy as you possibly can? Why can't you just make a good television series that authentically adapts the books? Why do you feel you gotta change things for modern audiences? And that extends to J.K. Rowling, who gave her blessings on these kinds of things. But why don't we dive into the comments section here and see how people feel? Chuck, what are we doing? He was right there. I'm sorry, but Snape is a character you absolutely cannot change. He's described the way he is for a reason. She posts that there with a picture of, obviously, I think it's AI, but what would have been Adam Driver as Snape. Which, to be honest, if we are going to dip into the American pool of actors for somebody like Jonathan Lithgow to play Dumbledore, I mean, yeah, Adam Driver fits the bill pretty much with Snape. I don't know if he likes Harry Potter. I don't know if they can afford him. I don't know if he wanted to be committed to one thing for that long. But he definitely would fit the bill a lot better, and he is a pretty good actor. Again, he's American, but apparently that doesn't matter anymore. We're going to stop here for a second and say I've been bombarded by ads from So Gay on X. I don't follow this page. I've never liked anything on this page. So all I have to ask is, Elon, what are you trying to say about me? Is it the way I talk? Is it the way I dress? I feel like I don't dress very gay. Maybe that's it. Do I need queer eye for the straight guy or something? I don't know. I gotta be honest with you. I might actually take this one over what we got. This is fair. I think that would be a good race swap. I mean, sure, why the hell not at this point? We was Potter and shit. Remember when no one knew who John Boyega was until he landed that Star Wars role? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Pappa Essiedu. The racists are about to make him a household name too. That whole statement there is just incredibly wild. First off, this man just said that John Boyega is a household name. What? Secondly, I have a feeling that this show, just like those Star Wars movies, the sequels, isn't going to make anyone really a household name. Oh boy, can't wait for the animosity between Snape and Harry to come across as racism. Because that's the real worry here, isn't it? We know that if they're going to change the physical makeup of the characters, the story implications they can also make because of those physical changes are also probably going to take place. Which means that you're gonna have James and his buddies probably making fun of Pappa Essiedu's Snape because he's black. Because everything has to be an allegory for racism. Everything has to be about race. When originally the relationship between James Potter and his friends and Snape was the fact that they were bullies and he was an outcast, a dork, a nerd. He liked nerdy stuff to play with his chemistry set, right? He was into potions and the arts of science. He couldn't fight really well. He probably couldn't fly very well either. He couldn't do cool wizard stuff that they probably had mastered already. And they picked on him because of the way he looked and the way he acted. Because he was different. But he was different in the way that we could all relate to. By doing this and most likely singling out specifically his race as the point of anonymity, that's all that this is going to come down to. It erases all those other factors that people around the world, kids around the world, are bullied for. Because I'll tell you this right now, as a kid who was bullied and is also, well, just to be checked, to be sure still, yep, not black, there are plenty of reasons to get bullied besides your race. And that's including the way you look. But people are tired of this. They're tired of the racial allegories. They're tired of all this belief system and agenda being shoved down their throats. And they just want to see a faithful adaptation. And they thought they were going to get that with this series. They thought this series was actually going to be more in-depth and actually more faithfully adapted to the books than actually the movies were. And we're learning very quickly with these castings that in actuality, that's not true. The movies, despite missing a lot of content in them, are probably still going to be more faithfully accurate to the books just because they're a product of a much simpler time, a much more reasonable time, a time when modern political agendas didn't have to be woven in to every single story plot. And because I feel that's what's happening to this show, I don't think it will actually do very well. It might have really good ratings on the premiere, but after that, I'm thinking this thing is around the same kind of lines of Rings of Power, where about 60% of the audience probably isn't going to finish it. And the numbers are going to get less and less every season. But those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you watching all of it. And we'll talk to you again later.